Morning. Really good working with you today, and glad we got there with the short game. We obviously need to hammer it home now, but I've got a couple of great clips for you here where we can have a look at the comparison of the before and after and really start to explain exactly what was happening in a bit more detail. Obviously, it's great for you to be able to see it, which I know we didn't do out on the short game area, but I might bring the iPad with me next time so you can have a look as well. So the before is the one on the right hand side, and what I want you to, this is a much shorter shot, so the swing is a bit shorter, but I just want to show you the difference in this, the right elbow position, and I just want you to almost imagine yourself the skeleton, if you like, and just see how the right elbow is beginning to bend and the right shoulder is beginning to ride up quite high. Now this is a fairly short shot, but the hips haven't moved at all, and the hand is sat quite high on top of the club, and it's getting a bit of, or you can see quite a lot of tilt through the shoulders. So as I said, the left shoulder is quite high. So let's just have a look at the difference. This is at the very end of the session when I was really trying to get you to rotate the hips, and you can see quite a difference in certainly the right elbow, and certainly the right bicep is much more behind you, and it's kind of this swing door effect. Now of course, as the swing gets longer, this is allowing you to keep the club out and away from you as opposed to pulling the club in close, and of course ultimately is taking away this pushing effect that you feel is very much hands and arms, where you feel like the club is kind of cover drive, I think, as you referred to it. So let's just have a look at the actual contact on this shot. So you can see a nice turn of the hips on the way back, trying to hood the club face slightly, getting that forearm into the correct position, and particularly the elbow is working correctly, if you like, and then of course simply as you're working through you can just turn through and you can see that beautiful contact, ball and then turf in the divot up in front of the ball. Whereas on this side, obviously what's happening as that right elbow starts to bend and fold is of course you're pulling the club closer to yourself, so you have to try and re-establish that distance, so it's more of a pushing motion, and this one was caught a bit heavy, but of course timing on this one is extremely difficult. So that's very much the feeling I'd like you to have. To show you one from down the line as well of this Let's have a watch here. So let's have a look at this movement. So really focusing on turning the hips as much as you can in the backswing. Make sure, nice hooded club face as you can see on the way back, which is great. But look at the turn in the hips. The right forearm is of course finding it much easier to work correctly, and then of course we can just work our way back through the ball and get that nice contact again. Just have a very quick recap of the swing, and we'll just have a look here, making sure that you're getting nicely behind the ball, even just the address position. I'd like to see you slightly further or a bit more on the back foot, nice high T-peg, and as I said, I actually quite like the movement, to be fair, but I'd just like you to feel that you're slightly more behind the ball up at the top of the backswing, and then of course on the way down, making sure that you release the club head, turn the back of the left hand so it's pointing a bit more towards the ground at this stage in the swing, as opposed to pointing at the camera, which is an open club face position. So turning the back of the left hand down and experimenting a wee bit on the range with that closed club face position, and we should see some, hopefully get the ball drawing again, which is what I know you like to see. So really good, interesting first session, and look forward to seeing you in a few weeks' time.